Okay, interesting. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, it was like this. Wheel of Fortune. Welcome, Virgos. This already looks like an awesome reading. I'm so excited. So let's start here with the Wheel of Fortune in the bottom of the deck. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, let's stop there. And King of Swords. I say I'm going to stop there, and then I keep going. And King of Swords. So definitely things are really starting to work out. I feel because we have all of these. Okay, we have two major arcana cards for one, both positive. I feel like this is saying you're kind of really in your flow. You're in your zone, right? You're like got your mojo and you're loving it. And then because the Seven of Cups is reversed, Virgos, you certainly aren't seeking anything extra. Like I feel that June is not a month of confusion for you. Whether this is life or love, you may be trying to get to the end point of a long-term goal, but like you're chugging away like the little engine that could. You're in your flow, you're in your zone. And then we can see this clearly here with the Nine of Pentacles. So you're loving your independence. You're loving what you're building for yourself. You're feeling very stable. Now, again, it might not be the ultimate end game, right? It's not like you feel like you've made it, but this is definitely a situation this month where you can look back at yourself and what you've been doing and what you've been building in a relationship or in life. And this is something where you're going to say, I'm really proud of myself. Like I got myself here. And then we can even see this here with we have the World, and then we also have the King of Swords. So a lot of strategy went into this place where you are now. Now an air sign could be very important to you, could be coming into your life, could be the foundation for why you're feeling this way this month. And then with the World, you're coming to the end of a cycle. Like I think you're really in your flow right now. And it just seems like life is good. Now, that's the underlying energy. Okay, now we pull, when I go do the extended Virgos, I pull clarifiers on the underlying energy. We'll pull two cards on that and clarify a little bit more. Because this is, all signs are pointing to a very positive situation here with this. Now, then we get into your reading. And it kind of mixes up this message a little bit. So, for starters, Two of Pentacles at the center of your reading. So we already know, Virgos, that you're feeling good. You're liking this independence. You're feeling stable. You're liking who you are, how you look, how you present. But yet, again, when I said you don't feel like you've 100% made it, because there's still a little uncertainty of, am I really going to get there? Okay, if this is the love reading for you and you're really seeking love, and there's an air sign, somebody that's an air sign or air type of energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and you're liking your life, but you want to add to it via love, or maybe get a little bit more stability via love, you're kind of kicking some ideas around because I think you don't want to lose your independence. Because one, I'm going to jump ahead here, you don't really feel like you've 100% gotten to where you want to get. And we can clearly see that with the Ten of Pentacles here. And I know I'm jumping around, but with the Queen of Wands here, the Ten of Pentacles, the good news is all these energies are here. So this is the card of preparedness, being generous, getting your life to this point where you feel like you can breathe and let go of all the stress and anxiety that has to do with building what you're trying to build, right? It takes extreme patience to get to this place that you're in, but it doesn't mean that it's over yet, right? So this is kind of, I'm sensing you realizing that you're not 100% there. And I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but this is a beautiful reading, full of all sorts of energy, full of realizations, full of reality. So let's go back up here. First row, karma, another major arcana. Another thing, you have a lot of major arcanas in the underlying energy. And for this to clarify the very first row, that has to do with having energy, fighting another battle, wanting to show up for yourself, wanting to show up for somebody else. Like, this is the ultimate card of preparedness. No matter how tired she is, she's staying at dusk or up at dawn, ready to fight, fully ready. Look at, she's clothed. I wish this would have show her the determination on her face. I wish you could see that. Not worrying about what anybody else is doing. Okay, now I know your message last month was kind of like you're missing something. I think you realized that, and so you found it. You've kind of opened up your perspective a little bit and kind of maybe see the other person's side or the other side of the story. You see it now. You're prepared to fight. You're definitely wanting to get some clear answers, which this does mean that you will. Okay. This is the final judgment, the last judgment. You will get the answers that you're seeking. They might not be the answers that you want, but they're coming and you're prepared for whatever it is. So, very positive attitude. In love, again, same thing. You may get this answer that I feel like if this is another person, this air energy or a water energy, right? Or you really could be dealing with fire or earth too. But since this is the significator cards here, and this is at the bottom of the deck, you really could be dealing with a water, air energy. And the thing with that, Virgos, combined with this card is, while you might be loving your life how it is, you might also be wanting to add a little bit more of a love story to it. But they're going to be a little slower, or they might be changing their perspective, right? Because air signs can fluctuate, right? They can be 100% in and then 100% out, or they're not 100% sure all the time. So that could be throwing you for a loop. The good news is I think you kind of are aware of that dynamic and you're okay with it, because you're not 100% ready. You want to be 100% committed either. So perfect timing for all of this energy, okay? Now, keep your eyes peeled, because this has to do with you focusing on yourself, but we don't always only want to focus on ourselves, because we also want to keep our perspective of everything that's going on around us. We don't have to succumb to everything happening around us. We don't have to get involved in it. But it's always nice to know so we can act accordingly, right? And because you're not doing that, despite your full preparedness within yourself, you're prepared. But because we're coming off of this tail end of that, you possibly missed some pretty key important information last month. You might not be getting the answer that you want fully, but you're definitely getting it. And that's a good place to be in. Even if we don't get what we want, it's a good place to be in. It's better to know than to not know. Either way, right? So, let's move to the second row. I talked about the Two of Pentacles. So when we're looking at the significator of the King of Cups, we could be dealing with the water sign. We could be talking also about you, Virgos, loving this whole flow and this dynamic that you're in right now. And it's you feel emotionally content. You don't feel emotionally out of whack. Maybe you don't feel as prepared as you want to be. You haven't reached your final goals, right? But there is an essence of walking away from something. And it could have to do because you don't feel fully ready. You want to be, or somebody's walking away from you. Could be an air sign. Again, we know, could be an air sign, could be a water sign with the cups. But there is this underlying energy of leaving something be kind of for the time being. And what I love about the King of Cups being your significator card with this message here in June is ultimately you're going to be okay with that. It's like a mature response or understanding, like, yeah, okay, you're not ready, you're going to go travel, you need to go to school in another state, you need to go focus on yourself. Yeah, okay, like I was wishing it was going to turn into something else, but I'm kind of jiving in my own world right now, and I'm not 100% sure I want to be 100% committed, so I get it, and I want what's best for you. That's kind of the attitude that you are taking this month with this person. Now, then we have, then we have Virgos. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed, 5 of Cups, Queen of Wands reversed, clarified by the 3 of Pentacles. So this definitely has to do with focusing on oneself, working to level up, because you're not 100% there yet, but you're almost there. And so you're kind of solidifying some things. Now, while there might be regrets in the past, and I love this deck so much because most decks, it shows the man in the dark cloak and he's looking towards the 2 cups that have spilled and he's kind of focusing on the past. What I love about this deck is she is focusing on the future. She's sitting with the cups that fell, but she also knows that the sun comes up tomorrow. And there's not really, while this card is a card of regret, she also knows that good things can come right around the corner. So she's focusing on the hope. She's focusing on the positive side of whatever this regret is. And that's also something that a Queen of Wands would do. Okay, even when she's reversed, the beauty about an Aries and a Queen of Wands is that they will be very topsy-turvy for a short period of time. But because they're a fire energy, they are for the forever optimists. And so she too will ultimately, pretty quickly, recognize that there is an upside to everything. And not only that, but if this is you realizing I'm not exactly where I want to be, or I want to be in a stable relationship, or I want better finances, this is you saying, and I have control over that. And I have control over that because I'm not where I want to be. I'm going to work really hard to get this fixed. So this is like positive attitude central. All right. I love it. Let's do a couple things, Virgos. I'm going to pull an oracle card and read that because I think you're in a really solid place. Now, love might be throwing you for a loop. Love might be throwing you for a loop. Finances might be throwing you for a loop. But please don't get too wrapped up in it, okay? Okay. The Piper, 24. Give me 1 second. I'm going to read this. Maddie. Come on. Okay, the keywords are music, order, harmony, seduction, and empathy. To get what you want, the Piper recommends that you try polite requests and gentle, patient persuasion, and then wait, quietly welcoming for it to come to you. Seek harmony and tranquility in yourself and in the world around you. Use tenderness and gentleness. This card speaks of a time of harmony, creativity, and increasing order. Okay, preparedness, increasing order, preparedness. It tells of communication without words, the music of empathy and the awareness of the feelings of others. This is a time to pay attention to the subtlety of others. This is what you're not doing. This is what you need to do, okay? This is a time to pay attention to the subtlety of others' expressions of feelings and ideas. Look past the surface and listen as you would to a beguiling melody on the very edge of hearing. He also plays melodies in our dreams, which may be filled with meaning and importance, and then he leaves it up to us to understand what they mean. This may also be a good time to be aware that others may be listening to us with sensitivity and clarity. Again, someone's really in tune with you, or you might be really in tune with somebody, so pay attention to that. So much so that they may hear what we are truly saying more clearly than we do ourselves. See how you're a little confused here, maybe a tiny bit? This person gets it. Or if this is reverse, The other person needs you to get it because they're a little confused and you do. This card may also signify musical talent or ability, or it may be suggesting that the use of music is in some way important at the present time. So take that into account, Virgos. Take music into account. Take words and types of communications that come to you in your dreams this month, and definitely take with yourself, pay attention to other people. I like that they use the word subtlety with this description, because all of these things are going to be subtle. Now, yeah, you're driving and you're doing your thing, and that's awesome. But there's some nuances in here, right? A little uncertainty, but not focusing on it. Not being 100% where we want to be, but prepared to do the work to level up. Knowing that there's past regrets, but focusing on the future. There's all these nuances in here. Not getting exactly what you want, but being thankful that it's an answer. All along, there has to do with this, okay, focusing on oneself, focusing on stability, and also there's this deep, empathetic essence of caring and depth and emotions here from you or somebody else, all the while part of a strategy, all the while part of something major shifting.